It's our Alumni Award. I look around and see all the teachers, and as an alum and as a person whose family's been involved in this school for a very, very long time, and it is what you do with the children and that makes the big difference and makes Tatnall what Tatnall is. And it doesn't matter. I talked to a woman today who graduated in '51. I met kids in New York who graduated. I watched Linda Champagne conduct today the elementary or the nursery school kids. What you do is what makes the Tatnall family the Tatnall family. So I thank all of you. And I even see a couple of my teachers here somewhere, Dr. Chipman. So anyway, our first award is to Scott Bell. Scott Bell is a senior staff accountant with the U.S. Department of Treasury. He is among the team leads responsible for preparing the financial report of the U.S. government and is a featured speaker on the financial position and condition of the federal government, including Tatnall's AP Government class. Scott's career in federal financial management and policy spans more than 25 years, including positions with the U.S. Small Business Administration, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, the Executive Office of the President. Scott is an MBA and certified government financial manager and has served in numerous leadership positions with the Association of Government Accountants, including Washington, D.C. Chapter President, Regional Vice President, and National Senior Vice President. He has also been an amazing class agent for Tatnall's class of '87. For several years, and in just the past year, he helped launch the Metro Washington, D.C. Regional Alumni Chapter, currently serving as its first president. Scott returns to Tatnall each year to speak to an economics class regarding the financial report of our country. And a few years back, when we were changing our website provider, he created an entire mock-up of the alumni portal that included what we would need for all areas of alumni relations. Scott earned his accounting degree from Washington and Lee University and his MBA from George Mason University. On October 17th, Scott and his wife Melissa will be celebrating their 24th wedding anniversary. They have two sons, Brandon, a junior at Christopher Newport University, and Tyler, a sophomore at West Springfield High School. When they are not cheering on Tyler on the baseball diamond, which I think you did here, you were a baseball player, weren't you?
Sort of.
You can likely find Scott continuing to embrace his passion for music that he discovered at Tatnall on stage as a frontman for his DC area cover band, Gotcha Covered. Nice. On behalf of the Tatnall School Alumni Association, I am pleased to present the 2017 Lucille Salamahar Service Award to Robert Scott Bell, class of '87.
So, Anita sent me an email the other day saying, I need your bio really quickly. And so I wasn't sure if it was for reading or just for speaking about it or for just on paper. So I apologize for the somewhat magnanimous presentation. That was not quite expected, but...
And I'll tell you, if Victor Clark were alive, if you remember Victor, if anybody remembers Victor Clark, he would be reprimanding me for not having memorized it.
Well, I haven't memorized mine either. And in the same vein, I sent Anita an email a couple of weeks ago and said, is it appropriate or expected for me to say anything? And she said, well, it'd be fine. Just keep it to 2 or 3 sentences. So I promptly wrote about 10 to 12 sentences, which is a direct reflection of my mathematical prowess while I was here at Tatnall. 2 to 3, 10 to 12, and it never made any sense to me. And so here I am as a government accountant. So just a few, I'm only going to take a minute or so of your time. I wanted to thank the Alumni Council for this honor. I am truly humbled and honored to be standing here today. As a 14-year lifer at Tatnall, I'm thrilled to have had the opportunity and to continue to have the opportunity to give back to an institution that has been such an important part of my life, source of lifelong friendships, and starting me along my career and the things that I do. And in terms of being able to give back, I wouldn't have been able to do as much as I have without Anita. So it has been a tremendous pleasure working with you. It continues to be. So thank you for all that you do for this school. A couple of others to thank. I want to thank my mother, Suzanne, who is here with me tonight. And my dad also, Bob, who, as some of you know, cannot be here with us, God rest his soul. But my parents, it was their sacrifices that made it possible for me and my sister Robin, who's also here, to attend institutions like this. And so it would not have been possible, all this today and everything that's led up to today would not have been possible without them. Thanks to my wife, Melissa. As you heard, we are celebrating our 24th wedding anniversary on Monday, and she gives greatly to this cause because sharing your anniversary weekend more often than not with your high school homecoming weekend, she has sacrificed much more than I have, so thanks to you, my dear. And finally, I want to mention that there are many Tatnall people. There are too many Tatnall people to thank all of them, but there were a few that I want to mention today. And I mentioned lifelong friendships. Some are truly lifelong when you're at a school from the age of 4 or 5 until you're 18. Lifer is lifelong friendships. It's a literal term. Vince Watchhorn could not be here today. He's up at Providence Day School, as many of you know, but he has truly been a lifelong friend for me. And other friendships, while they are not technically lifelong, they are lifelong in effect. And Laura Ricketson Castleberra is here. Where are you? There you are. I love you. In terms of faculty here, again, too many to thank in total, but I did want to mention a few, and some of these names might bring back some memories. Rosemary Crawford, God rest her soul. Charlie Clark, Charlie Reed, Jim Ballingy, who I will take an aside for a moment to say that he is directly responsible for my having met my wife. He insisted that I, way back when he was college guidance counselor, insisted that I try out this little school down in remote area of Virginia. And why would I ever want to go there? Long story short, I wound up going and meeting my wife there, so thank you, Jim, wherever you are. Sarah Balin, are you here, Sarah? She's not here. Tom Hughes, I know you are here, good friend. And above all, these two individuals really tapped into the passions, Becky mentioned it, that I never knew that I had, but which have defined me personally and professionally ever since my years here at Tatnall, and that's Bruce Chipman and Bill Ricketson, God rest his soul. So with that, again, my thanks to the Alumni Council. Thank you, Anita. Thank you all for indulging me for a few minutes, and enjoy the weekend. Thank you so much.